And all new at 6, recent prostitution arrests in downtown Harlingen, once again bringing light to a problem that many local residents say has been going on for years. But why does this continue to happen?
CBS 4's Tiffany Huertas explains.
Marcy, Eddie, while the number of people arrested this year is less than in previous years, the fact that prostitution and other illegal activities going on around Gutierrez Park is a source of frustration for many of those using the park.
They're doing drugs, crack.
This homeless man, who spends his days moving from one part of town to the other, wants to remain anonymous due to his situation.
They always asking for money.
He says at night, Gutierrez Park becomes a hotbed for illegal activity, including prostitution. It's no surprise to the surrounding community or the Harlingen Police Department.
We want this to be a crime-free city as much as we can.
Harlingen police officer Larry Moore says after receiving several citizen concerns about suspicious activity near Gutierrez Park, police executed a sting operation using undercover officers posing as prostitutes.
They work the areas and the men come up to them and solicit the officer.
15 people were arrested in just 2 days.
There's assaults, there's drug use, there's all other kinds of offenses involved with prostitution.
The operation was funded by a Texas Border Star grant that assists law enforcement agencies in battling issues like organized crime, human trafficking of women, men, children, and immigrants who many times are forced into the sex trade.
People are being taken, they're being used as sex slaves and being held for ransom and money, and it's a huge ongoing problem that we see.
According to Harlingen Police, reports show over 2 million people are being trafficked around the world. Approximately 80% are women and children. Harlingen is no exception. Carlos Munoz manages this car wash near the park.
We don't bother them, they don't bother us.
Munoz hopes businesses nearby don't close shop due to the reputation of Gutierrez Park.
There's a problem still. It hasn't gone away.
Harlingen Mayor Chris Boswell is aware crime impacts the surrounding businesses, which is why the city's working hard to clean up the streets.
You've seen new businesses come in and replace some of those bars around there. We have some restaurants there. We have some professional offices there. We have some home health caregivers there. We have also commercial. So, you know, that's all starting to develop, and that keeps this type of activity away.
Bars across the street from the park are under strict regulations. But even with police presence and constant arrest of prostitutes and their alleged johns, the illegal activity continues.
I don't think there's any just one explanation, but we will continue to combat it the best way we can.
Harlingen police say they will continue fighting crime in the area, working with local agencies like the District Attorney's Office, DPS, and the City of Harlingen. If you see any strange activity in your neighborhood, they urge you to call police. In the studio, Tiffany Huertas, CBS 4 News at valleycentral.com.